you are doing. But I don't want to take away from the rest of the speakers that I know will really highlight most of this. It's just to wish you all the best and have the most successful field information and survey.
Thank you so much, BBC. Uh, Guests that have already arrived. We have Professor Grace there, and others. I'm sure we have many guests that are coming and joining us for this occasion. We have the registrars, we have the deans and directors, we have the CODs and the HODs, esteemed members of staff, we have the students, all students, the university students, we have the Form 4 leavers, we have the innovators, we have the exhibitors, we have the sponsors, we have every one of us here. Ladies and gentlemen, God is good at all the time. Now we are here, and I can see we have a big team here. Even before I say the few remarks that are here on behalf of the VC who is out officially, just say hi to the person next to you. Say hi, physical hi. We've been waiting for this team. We are joined by our students. We've been waiting for you. Can you just tell this team? It is with profound gratitude that we all gather here today. We have the fifth annual career innovation entrepreneurship week at Daraka University. This year's theme rings catalyzing economic growth through innovation and entrepreneurship, which is very timely and transformative. It speaks our collective, not only as an institution of Ireland, problem solvers, to shape the future of our nation. That is by using ideas that work, solutions that scale, and enterprise that create value. Innovation is no longer optional. Around the world, countries are making sustainable economic entrepreneurs for the nations to grow. From the very simple, effective local solutions, innovations remain the engine that drives productivity, job creation, and competitiveness. Entrepreneurship, on the other hand, is a bridge between ideas and impact. It transforms enterprise research into revenue, creativity into careers, and it gives young people the courage to create opportunities rather than waiting for them to be set. Entrepreneurship shifts mindset from job seeking to job creating. At Daraka University, we are committed to nurturing this mindset. We believe that education must go beyond the classroom. It must equip our students with practical skills, critical thinking, adaptability, and confidence to innovate. Our vision is to produce graduates who are not only academically competent, but also economically resourceful and socially responsible. To our students, the university students, this week is for ask questions, network intentionally, visit the exhibitions that are here with us, learn from the innovators, entrepreneurs who have walked the path before you. The ideas you encounter here, your life and your future. To our Form 4 leavers, welcome so much to the Raka University. This is your university. You stand a critical moment in your lives today. As we explore career pathways and opportunities this week, I encourage you to dream boldly and dream big. The world you are entering is as values which you need to choose. You are also entering into a world of creativity, adaptability, and putting initiatives. Let this event inspire you to see education not just through qualifications, certificates, or grades, but as a room for innovation and impact to the society and for the development of humanity. You are already in the university environment. Explore the environment. Get to understand what the university setup means. Interact with our students and with our faculty, and let the Raka be your choice. To our guests and industry partners, we are deeply grateful for your presence and support. Your experience, insights, and mentorship play a crucial role in bridging the gap between academia and industry. Through collaboration, we strengthen the ecosystem that enables innovation to thrive. To our innovators and exhibitors, thank you for showcasing your ideas, your products, and your solutions. You demonstrate that innovation is not abstract. It is practical and it is doable. It is visible and it is transformative. You are a living an evidence that entrepreneurship is achievable. And to our sponsors, thank you so much for walking the journey with us. Your investment, especially in this week, is an investment for the future generations. By supporting the young growing minds, the young school leavers, and the young emerging entrepreneurs, you are directly contributing to the economic growth and community development. Ladies and gentlemen, economic growth is not just about numbers and statistics. It's about livelihoods. It's about empowering the youth, the young minds. It's about creating sustainable enterprises that uplift families and communities. When we catalyze innovation and entrepreneurship, we do unlock the potentials that our young people do have. We reduce unemployment, we enhance productivity, we build resilience. Let this faith, career, and innovation and entrepreneurship week be more than just an event. Let it not just be a routine. Let it be a movement, a setting where ideas are born, partnerships are born, are formed, and ambitions are awakened. As we open this week, I challenge each one of us to think differently, collaborate openly, and act boldly. The future of our economy depends not only on the policy and infrastructure, but on the creativity and courage of individuals like those gathered here today. Now, before I declare this event open, I really still want to thank every one of us. I really want to thank the Form for leavers who are here with us, eager to get to institutions of Ireland. You are in the right place. We have a theme on careers, on innovation. When we think of careers, when we were young, we thought it's just getting to a job. But it should be a development of many activities, many experiences, like you are here today. You started maybe from PP1 or nursery and so forth, and you are here today, almost getting to the higher learning institution. And by the way, when you get to the university, it talks of you are responsible. You can create. You can develop. And so, my dear Form 4 leavers, you are in the right space. I'm sure throughout this week you are going to learn so that you get it right way. As you get into a career, remember you can create your own job. And that's why you are here. In the university, we also do innovations because you get to the university with a mind that is well developed, a mind that can think. So you become an innovator. And like we are also taught by our DVC planning, many countries developed the way they are, like Singapore, we are of Singapore and so forth, because of innovation. So we bring the mindset of innovation, bringing novel ideas that can create and lead development to our nation. So we really appreciate you for coming. Can you clap for yourselves once more for being here at the Raka University? The Raka University has been ranked the best. You can see how the environment has changed. This is a Nassau area. This is a Nassau area. Nassau means what? Who can tell me? Nassau means what? Also means what? Now we're almost getting to class, and I can see some have got uniform. Where is MC More? Give one of the students there. Also means what? ASAL. It means what? Give the one next to you. They know. ASAL. They know. Give them. They know. A praise which is dry. We appreciate the student one. Another trial, very well. Another one, ASAL. They know, just give them. They know. And yes, there's a big hand there. Yeah, MC Mo just gets to. It means added and added. Yes. Very well. A big clap. Yes. Of course, there was L at the end, land, so forth, but you have done it well. This is a Nassau area, but I tell you, it looks like Canaan. Canaan, where is Canaan? Is it in Israel? Eh? It is another Canaan. It is another Mombasa through transformative innovations. So I want to tell you, our dear Comfort Rivers, the right place. Choose the Raka University. We have so many programs, starting from education, humanities, business, natural resources, which includes biology and so forth, health sciences, law. We have all the programs. And our VC was telling us the other day, from mid of this year, we are going to have engineering, architecture, all that you love. Now, MC Mon, give the mic to one student. Which program among the ones that have been listed that you want to come and do in the Raka University? I've already put them. You can circle, mention it. Which one? Yes. Teaching. Oh my, a big crap. The dean, you can hear people are coming. Another one would want which one? I mentioned all of them. Give that one. Give her. Give him. Yes. Give him. Give her. Yes. Which one? Which program are you coming to do? The Raka University in September this year? Yeah. Good.
Yes, I would like to bachelor's degree in information technology.
Wow, a big crap. The dean is there. The bad one and the
than everybody else. You know, God is so intentional in bringing you to this world. You are not an accident. So you should not suffer. You should not be poor, just try by. You should have an education, and it should help you really live a good life. That is God's intention, and we wish you well as you listen to various speakers. So right now, I will not take more time. I take this opportunity to welcome our guest. Please, I think this side, please stand up and welcome our guest with a big clap. Stand up. I believe she has nice things for us. Okay, all of us, stand up. Yes. Now, 1, 2, 3. 1. Yes. Tena. Fuga. Welcome, Grace. Welcome. Chini tafadhali. How are you?
Wow, wow, wow. God is good and all the time, and that is his nature. And especially now, as such a praise, Tharaka University. I am greatly honored and really thank God for the opportunity to be here, and specifically in this institution where I saw it begin, because it is like yesterday when we were talking of Tharaka University, and I remember us personally accompanying the team to come and see the Tharaka University to be. And now it is bigger than so many other universities. Can we clap for Tharaka University, where you are and a part of it? I am still feeling humbled once more to be in the presence of so many people that I'm attached to in different ways. I have my colleagues, those that we taught with in secondary, those that we went to school with when I was a student, those that we shared in Chuka University as colleagues, and they came down this way, starting with my mom. I call her my mom, my academic mom. She's the one who mentored me, supervised me in my PhD, Professor Nyaga. Thank you so much. And then I am seeing very many others. I will not mention them by name, but we have interacted. Professor Karori, as she was standing here and saying about how we shared an office, I can remember those days very close, actually, the door and mine. And actually, the door, the office that I was using is the one that Professor Nyaga was using when she was there as she mentored us. So I am saying that we are in the right place at the right time. And because now I am talking to a group of people, they are students, those that are already through with their secondary school and are yet to join university. We have those that are in the university. We have those that have already finished their university and are waiting what is next. I have the staff, that is the lecturers and the supporting staff that are here. All those who want to hear this information, I'm going to trust God that as I talk, I am going to address all of us. And to say that I am giving a keynote on career guidance, which is a major reason for us to be here today. We are on the 5th annual Career Innovation and Entrepreneurship Week of Tharaka University, with a theme that will be mentioned by as many as will start where I am, that is catalyzing economic growth through innovation and entrepreneurship. I would want, first of all, to mention my name so that as I talk, you know who is talking to you. I am a beneficiary of this kind of a meeting like that we have today. I am Professor Grace Katune Moredi. I am an educational psychologist. I began as a teacher, and through interest and many other reasons, I got into the field of guidance and counseling, where I went to the university to do a master's in education psychology. But when I was getting to it, for me, I was going to do guidance and counseling because of some interest that I was seeing that I'm becoming closer to my students. And I didn't want to tell them to benefit from my relationship with them, especially when they would share things with me and they would want me to help them out of the situation they are in. And one of the key things would be, don't tell it to anybody. Confidentiality. And at the end of the day, I would have to try to help them. And I did it for years. But when there was an opportunity to go to higher levels, that is for masters, my interest was to go and find out, is what I'm doing the right thing? Am I giving the proper guidance and the counsel that is required? So I found myself in the university to do a master's in the line. And I went on like that, and I grew in my career until when now I became a professor in the same area. So the very first thing that I would ask us, because we don't have luxury of time, but we want to maximize the time that we have, is what is a career? When talk about a career, what is it? What is it that you have in mind about what is a career. And I know that given the question, what is a career? Some will say that it is a profession. Others will say it is a vocation. Others will say it is a job. Others will say whatever it is that you have in mind. I wish I can get somewhere because this one is about the notice. Yeah. Thank you as I make that movement so that I can be able to see because of the sun. Thank you so much. Thank you for quick action. So I was saying that you have many ways in which you can say what you think is a career. But I want to tell you, at whatever position that you are in, first of all, when you talk about a career is, according to, we always say that at this level, that is at the higher level of understanding or learning, we have many definitions of terms. And therefore, one way in which we can define career, and that is a way in which that we take it, it is a profession for which one trains and which is undertaken as a permanent calling. In other words, it can mean a field of progression, achievement in public, professional, and business life. Something that is just more than a job. Something that is going to give you a name. Like when you say, I am a teacher, that is a name you are going to carry through your life. Even after retirement, even at old age, people will be calling you a teacher. If you are a lawyer, the same is true. People will refer you as a lawyer throughout your life. So a career is something that you take up in your life, and it is something that it is expected to carry you along, and you grow in it. Like I started very humbly, and I told you, I was a teacher, and I grew to what I am in my career now. So if you ask me who I am, I will tell you, I am a teacher, a lecturer, and I also am a professional counselor. So those are the titles, the names that I can be called upon anytime. So the young ones that are already through with their Form 4, I want us to consider a few things about career. Now, the very first thing that I want us to think about is, how do you identify a career? How do you say, this is a career I want to take? Let me request that you allow me more specifically to focus to the 4 rivers that are here. Now, if you are asked how to identify a career, number one is explore. Explore what you enjoy and research on career that relates to it. What do you like doing at your own time? That is one. Something that you would enjoy to do, something that you like doing. And then explore on the careers that relate to that area. I'll tell you how you go about that. The second thing is you identify your strength. What is it that I am good at? What is my strength? When talking about your strength, you are actually talking about your personality part of it. Like, for example, if you are very short, you may not fit very well to take a career that requires maybe like a policeman, let's say, because because of that particular personality. If you are, for example, somebody that is very weak in the body because of some reasons, you may not fit very well to do careers relating to security. If you are phobia of studying in front of people like the way I am studying, you may not wish that that is a career you take. So you have to explore what is the area that you like most, and at the same time, something that you have you are able to do. I only say that there are some people who are enabled differently. When somebody is enabled differently, you will choose a career that aligns what he is able to do in whatever the circumstance that is in. The other thing is that as you think about your career, you have to be open-minded. There are so many things that are taking place. there are changes that are taking place. You have to really be open-minded so that you don't stick to only one thing. I will say this very seriously, that you realize that somebody would say that I want a career, let's say like nursing. I know there are so many here who want to do a career in nursing. But there is what is required of that career. You must be able to ask yourself, supposing I don't take into nursing, what else can I do? What is that other thing that I can do? Again, you can also ask yourself, what are the other things that are coming up that still I can manage to do? So that you are not so tied to only one line in a way that in the case you miss it, you become very frustrated. And that is what is causing our young people to be very frustrated to the extent of even thinking that they are useless because they have missed what their mind was really focused on. I want to say, I have an example of a young man, actually he's not young today because he was of my age, who wanted to do a certain career. And because he did not qualify to go to university to do it, he still felt that is what he wanted to do. And any opportunity that would come is where he would refuse because what he wanted is what he wanted. And unfortunately, he was taken by time and he was not able to take in his career. And even as at today, he has never settled. He ended up becoming just anybody and living a story of I wanted it to be. So it is not okay to keep talking about what you wanted it to be. It is okay to find out what you can do with what you are. The other very important thing as you think about your career is find the job description. Find out what that career require. For example, the education. We can talk about, for example, your KCSE results. What you got and what you want. Find out whether what you got qualifies the career that you want to do. At times, we are in denial. Like, for instance, if you want to do something that is related to, let's say, medical line, you cannot get into it when you have no sciences like biology, chemistry. If you've not done well in them, then you'd be cheating yourself to keep saying, this is what I want you to do. Find out, explore, find out what training is required, find out the requirements that are relevant to that career that you want to do. Also, get rid of something that you are not able to do. There is some careers that you say, this is a good one, but you are not able, or you are not at a position to get into that career. Either it is too expensive and you cannot afford. Like, for example, depending on your background and environment surrounding you and many other factors, if you want to do aviation, which requires a good grade, at the same time is expensive, you may not be able to get in it. You may want it, but you find that there could be challenges. Unless you try to explore now how you can overcome such challenges, it can really be a frustration. So it is very important to ensure that as you think about the career, you first of all do personal assessment. So what are the key factors that influence our career choice? Key factors that influence the career choice. One, we have our parental and the family influence. What is your parent? What is your people in your family saying about you? What do they want from you? This one is where the parents and the family take in to guide and they pressure their children on what they want to do. But unfortunately today, we know that you young people, you also have your space, such that at one time, you have to balance between parental expectations and your personal interest. It is very, very important as the parents come in and as you listen to them, there is an open communication so that you can balance that. 2, peer pressure and social networks. you'll find that your friends and those people that you are staying with or you are networking with can also influence your career choice. And you see, such things like social media is becoming too much today. And what is very, very important here is for you to ask yourself, much as my friend, that is a peer, much as when you look at the social networking and get connected to it, does it address me at a very personal level? I thank God for what Professor Karori said, that there is nobody like you. You are not a duplicate of anybody. So as you make a choice, you are ready to think about this friend of mine, this thread, this issue of peer, is it addressing me at individual level? So that you take in yourself and make an informed choice. Socio-economic background. We don't come from the same family background. Some are well endowed with resources, others are struggling. It is very important to know that the financial stability and access to finances has also an influence on our career choice. I had already noted earlier that some careers may be more demanding in terms of resources than others. It is up to us. And as I say this, I still want that you take it at a very personal level, so that what is yours, you take it, and what is not yours, you leave it to the other person, or you help another person. Because when you talk about financial stability, we remember that it may not be true that you have freedom to choose on any career that you want. You may also need to ask, will I afford? Is it something that I'm able, or my people will be able to take in? We also have education and training. That is another factor to consider that influence career. Here is about the quality. expect an answer, but you can give yourself an answer. Only let the factors constant. And I see that all of it are out there. What are you doing with yourself? What is it for first? Since when you finished your form 4 and until the result you are out again you are here. What are you doing with yourself? Are you doing anything that can add value? What about the students who are in school? What are you thinking about yourself? What are you telling yourself is what you wanted to do even before you get to the maybe to employment? You realize that if I have to dress those who are in school, like I can see you have many from secondary schools here. Looking at the factors that I've mentioned, you may want to ask yourself, what is there for me? What is in the world? What are those opportunities that are there so that they can help me to decide on which area to take? There are very many, as I said. Well, as I mentioned, a few of them. We then the line of agriculture and agribusiness, where we have, for example, issues related to the food production and the processing, export and the trade. You will find that this one, agricultural sector forms a backbone of our economy in Kenya, for example, and we will continually require food in related matters, and therefore that is one area that one can venture into. We have the other one that is coming up so strongly, technology and ICT. Today, you can see when I'm here, I'm just using my mobile phone because I'm not able to see here very clearly and move very fast. There's a lot of ways of advancing and making use of what we have. So you realize that technology and ICT is coming up, and it is an area that one can venture into. And that is going to be continuous because we are continually coming up with new things. There is area of finance and banking where we have such things like those people who do with sales, who do with loans. So many things relating to finances. And you realize that this is also a very strong area in which we can venture into. We have hospitality and tourism. This has become another area that will continually demand people, and therefore you can operate in that area, like for example, tour guide, event planners, and so forth. It is in strong demand. We also have the area of NGOs, developmental work, which is also becoming another area that you can venture into as far as careers are concerned. We have areas of creative industry where we have content creators. I have seen Anita Aloud, I have seen TV. Anita, that is very good. That is amazing. You very well. I do not know. Only to say I have been watching her TV. You know some things that we do, those that we are able to do, and we can do very well, and they give us. Even the man that was being a Baraka University, tumekuita kijana, starter boy. Very good. You see, there's some things that you're able to do, and they can take you far. Those are talents. So when you talk about the creative industries, it's bringing about your talents. Globally, or when you look at the world as a whole, we realize that still we have many other areas, like in artificial intelligence, where we are seeing that it is the way to go now. If you want anything, you just need to search for it and you'll get it. So those are some of the things that we are doing. We have things like digital health. Digital health. Here we are talking about healthcare systems that are embracing technology for many services that are about to be offered. But I want to remind ourselves that as we think about which are the lines of the career that you want to go, remind yourself, you as a person, personality, you as a person, you need to tell yourself, I can do something. The minute you register yourself that there is something you can do, you now get to the next step of what is it and how can I go about it. When you talk about a career and what you can go about it, this forum today is to answer as many questions as you have in mind. What we require is that you have a listening here and have a very flexible mind. Because on the issues of career, we cannot exhaust them. You can also discover within yourself that which you are able to do, and that is what you want to do in life. Somebody asked, can I just do one career? Of course, you can have more than one thing that you are able to do. And therefore, now there you are to compare which one you want. This is my address to our students that to go through your study, especially through Form 3, Form 4. You've already chosen on subjects. The subject will guide you towards a career that you want to take. I will say here that you are in Taraka University where you are already welcome. You'll not just get through that gate having no qualification. You need to work very hard to get a qualification, to get inside the university, and then you choose the career that you qualify. So there is a bit of working hard so that you can qualify to do the career. I find some of the careers they want you to do, but you're not working very hard to get in the university to take up the career they want to do. There is working hard and getting to the university to take the career of choice. However, because you're depending on how the groups get the student to the university, what I remind you is this. The system of education now is very friendly. That even you can start from a certificate through diploma to the degree to what you want. You start from the degree to the master's to what you want. But do not spare your energy to get the best within the time. If you are already in the career that you are taking up, take it positively now and work very hard and get the best out of it. Don't dwell in the world of this is not what I wanted. There are still opportunities ahead of you. You can still get to what you wanted. But what you are holding now, do it to your best so that you will not become a frustrated young man, a frustrated young lady. The last career that you can take is a career of idleness, the career of being idle, a career of being very dangerous, and it will end you up to a very poor person. I am not saying a poor person, I mean distance. Don't take a career of being lazy or idle. And the worst of it is a career of excuses where you keep telling yourself, my teacher wants, my school didn't, my community does not embrace this. No. Career of complaining every other time will also lead you to a very poor person or will not be rewarding. You must do something. You must do something so that you can become somebody. So as I end my part, I don't know that I've taken lots of time. Okay, thank you so much. So as I come to a conclusion of my talk, I will say this. Kindly, my young sons and daughters, this world requires somebody that also is aggressive enough to faith in it. Don't just stay and wait for things to happen. Just go for things. The one that is very challenging for anybody that is not uh, open, that is not flexible, and that is what that want to live in a world of excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. So what I would require of us is find out what you are best at. If you are a student in the secondary, work very hard. Sari, as we talk about the careers, get the information about the careers. Get the maximum you can get. But I don't want you to concentrate on the career. If you fix your mind so much about the career and you forget to work to get good results, you will be like that person who will be saying that I wanted to be a journalist, and now you are the village rumamonga. You are the one who passes messages in the village. People will know that you wanted to be a Sunday that to miss it narrowly. You'll be saying that I wanted to be an engineer, but you are the one who is helping people to repair and join a few things outside here when there is a motorbike break it down, and you do it very well. And you'll be saying that you would have been an engineer. It's only that. So static will imagine that. I want to imagine that do your best, get the best grade, and then it will fix you in the career because already you have information about the career. For those who have finished their from first, consult well. What you don't understand, the kind of ask. Taraka University is our university. We are directly attached to it, and I know it has very many programs. And when it grow, I am growing. So what I'm requesting is, with these many careers that are there, choose Baraka University depending on the career that they are offering. Don't give yourself an excuse. And there are many other universities. As you choose Baraka University, don't forget that you don't have to keep saying that I did not do this because I did not find what I wanted. You can still get it. You only need to be very aggressive and make use of resources that are available. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God make this day a day with a difference out of what you are going to get from it. Because as many as will stand here to talk to you, they will keep telling you, you are very important, occupy your space properly, and make maximum use of it. Best wishes from Professor Grace Moretti. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor, for those insights. I want us to do what we call bamboo clapping for Professor. That is where you clap until the professor sits down and settles. Let us continue clapping kindly. Let us do it until she sits down. That is called bamboo clapping. I know we are used to Kanu style bumping and factorials, so they start new style. Thank you so much, Prof, for the insights you have given. I think we cannot even, elaborate enough on what you have said. I now want to ride on the protocols that have already been established. And I want to say and address this team not as Form 4 leavers, but as university potential entrants or potential university entrants, because I can see we still have young ones who are still in high school. And when Professor Nyaga, our DVC, was talking, she asked some of you, what would you like to do? And somebody said they would want to do information science, another one, clinical medicine. But I want to tell you that sometimes we have those, courses that we want to pursue. But then when it comes to selection of those courses and application, you are told that you have a B plus, but you can't do that course because the cluster points cannot allow you to do that. And therefore, for this reason, I would want to invite a specialist in that area, our Director Admissions, Dr. James Dwiga, to come and give you insights on what we call cluster points and course selection. It is one thing to select a course, but it's another one to build a career on that course or a different one. So I don't want you to be frustrated when you are told that you cannot pursue this course because your cluster points cannot allow you to do that. And therefore, let us do bamboo clapping to invite Daktari to come and address us on this continuously until you hold the mic.
Thank you. Asante sana Daktari Doro. Our DVC Arsa, Professor Veronica, mgeni wa heshima wasomi wenzangu, wageni waalikwa, hamjambo. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Kwanza ni kuwakaribisha sana wanafunzi watarajiwa wa chuo kikuu cha Tharaka na vilevile wanafunzi wa shule za upili ambao mmeweza kuhudhuria hafla ya leo. Ni kwamba sisi kwetu hatulichukulii kwamba kama la mzaha au kwa wepesi wowote ule, lakini tunadhamini sana kuwepo kwenu na kuitika wito wa mwaliko wetu. Kwa hivyo jipigie makofi kwa kuja wale wamehudhuria pamoja. Langu ni rahisi na ni kwa muda mfupi, kwa sababu tunajua kwamba yote 9-10 tuliopo kama wanafunzi kwa muda ujao na usoni lazima tuanze kusoma. Kwamba kukamilisha kidato cha 4 haikuwa mwisho wa safari, ilikuwa mwanzo wa hatua nyingine ya safari, na ndio safari ya kuja vyuo vikuu. I'll go straight to the point and ask one question: why universities for those who have come, who have completed Form 4? And at this point I want you to be very keen, is that one, for universities is where you belong. You belong because the era we are, it's where you have the big exposure and you are exposed to the big mind and big opportunities of innovation. As our DVC administration was addressing, we emphasized on them. He emphasized on them what triggered the progress of the 5 countries that have been able to progress and get to the first world economy: innovation. And the home and the mother of innovation is universities, because universities are the ones that are vested with the mandate to do and opportunity, and the big expectation with the universities is research. So for those who are yearning progress with education, please opt for the universities. I know there are other defense and all that, but one thing you miss out without the university is that exposure for research and bigger part and the gig of innovation. And you cannot progress currently in this era without a good exposure and background in innovation. So welcome. Tharaka University is one point and one praise. It is one ground for big innovations and for big innovators. And we wish that you join and become part of that family and that part of that big crew of innovators. Last year, I think we were, not I think, the fact remains is that the trophy Kenya is enjoying this time in Africa, it came from Tharaka University. Just because innovation has been our DNA. That means you can be even in social sciences, you can be even be doing journalism, but you are still an innovator. In Tharaka University, it will prove to you, if you become our family, that it doesn't matter, it doesn't care what you do as a course, but you have the inner intrinsic and you have a different part of you besides the cognitive part that you are taking in education. So welcome you to Tharaka University. Again, we are talking of now, most of you as form hosts, you are sitting on reality. Between Form 1 and 2, you are sitting on a dream. Most of you dream to be to go in health sciences, dream to go to engineering world, dream to go to these other courses, and any course with that. But now, after the KCSE results, cognitively it has defined your path. For example, if you have taken a path that has no physics, it means now the reality is speaking to you and telling you engineering, for example, may not be your choice. And now you cannot learn that your life has crashed. It has not crashed. It is you now to know that you need to embrace the new order of the world of multidisciplinary career. You can be in that world of sociology, but think again on innovation. Think of how you'll be able to diversify and apply the same knowledge. Because now you have enough exposure from the university and you are able to proceed. So, in simple terms, it is that the course you are doing does not mean you are doomed. And the course you are doing does not mean you are so successful. But what you do with the course that you are doing determines how your goals that you want to achieve as success will be achieved. And repeating, it's not the course that you are doing, but what you will do with the course that you have done. You do psychology, what you do with psychology after that, it is what will give you success. You do education, what you do with your education knowledge and that exposure, it will make you either a successful person or not make you a successful person. So it is not per se the cost, but the person, you as the person, what you do with that exposure at the end of the day. That means you may not be talking of superior or inferior cost. There is no less a course. Again, that does not mean that you are not doing a course, but you always think to do something with that course. Now, coming to the reality. Today, to those who have completed Form 4, I'll tell you the other thing. One thing you have today is that you are sitting in the university with the lowest cluster in all courses that you want. That tells you now if you want to be competitive, because the course you select lies between two things. One, if you go to a course that is competitive than your grade, my friend, the truth is you are just chasing a weed. The course will always reject you. But if your choice is given by this power, that you are going to the course where you yourself, with the grade you have, you are more competitive than the course. That means your cluster is more even higher than the cost, then the chances of you securing that course is very high, vis-a-vis taking selecting a course where the course is competitive. To some of you realize if a course you have a margin of 2 points, still that course is too competitive for you. And the other people who are more competitive in that course, that means you, for example, you have a C plus. You want to do education. In the Reka University, education science is at 22 points. Yours is 28. The chances of you to joining the Reka and joining your course is very high. Vis-a-vis, you have, for example, a B class. The class point you have is 31. The other university you want to choose has 31.9. That 0.9 is telling you that that course is competitive in that university than your grade. And the chances of you losing that course is very high. Number one. So now as you sit to your grade, before the courses open in, for example, 1 week's time, make sure you have analyzed enough and now analyze your cluster point. Make sure that you have considered that the courses that more, your grade is more competitive. That you have a cluster of 27 and the university you want to join and you are seeking is around 23. That means all those courses you are selecting, the chances are you'll be selected. And that way, you really get out of the frustration. Now, what happens when you are selecting? To those who are coming to apply in 2 weeks' time, the reality is courses are selected, most students selected for casual and cheap labor. But if you want to join the managerial match between casual and managerial skilled labor, then it means you'll never attend university. So for you to, if you embrace yourself for that and you have that opportunity and your parent is capable, please opt for a certificate in the university because it will allow you for easy upward progress up to the highest level you want. Opt for a diploma course in the university, it will help you to grow and have easy upward mobility to where you want and progress to where you want to move. Otherwise, you will find yourself doing again the same thing, then come back to the university, and the time is a resource. University programs are quick, they are very rigorous, and they take the shortest time. So if you want to redeem your time in university, you end up C minus, you end up B, you end up B plus. Now the high time is, the high time to time as young as well and have enough time for resources and they need more resources. Otherwise,
We appreciate our director with a very big crop. He knows how to get the fish and bring it to the right place. Now, I'm still looking at our students this side, the other side, and we are moving on. Are you tired? Are you tired? Very well. So let's listen to our registrar academic affairs to tell you more about these academics we are talking about. But remember, you can also do, I don't know what the 4th year students are doing at home. Are you doing some computer classes? Are you doing some voluntary work like that? Think about it. We welcome our registrar with a big clap. What? Kaidri, Dr.
so thank you very much, Professor Morgan. So guys, previously, Professor Morgan, our past president, the past deans, we have to introduce our staff, academics, and administrative. We have our professor around, our senior, our students, the board school, who have graduated from high schools and are really good to join us. Then, after very good, back at the point. Now, I want to ask, last year, somebody here at the Sabbath in life of Victor. Last year, we had such a promotion in Canals Week, and a promotion, which we took all the way to Addis Ababa. This year, we were aiming high. This year, we're going global. We are prepared this year, and we have to take that to big continent. So,
So, and yes, performance in all and customers potential. And that's the metrics so that every month we are paying around 1,000 and around 200. So go around, you say that we are the cheapest as the university. Also, you don't get the accommodation around in the university for the students. Before you join, something I'm not selected. You don't apply for this. And when it comes to university, we have a very vibrant mentorship program. When you join us, you build a family. You can believe one of the lecturers.